Hello friends, this is video number 5 of 9 to tell you about how I made Collaborations Volume 2. Today I'm going to tell you about a song called Moving. I recorded this in Brighton with Cassia Zerman, Jules Arthur and Lee Westwood. We recorded the song at the Rose Hill Tavern, which is owned by Cassia and Jules. They did an amazing job of bringing that place back to life, and they have all sorts of events going on there, so if you're ever in Brighton you should definitely check it out. I actually did one of my launch gigs in the Rose Hill Tavern for Collaborations Volume 1 with a group called Dewey, and in between the sets we had Professor Appleblossom doing a maths question and answer. These guys are in a project called Ladoo Key, so when I invited them to be part of the project I was expecting viola and acoustic guitar, maybe some percussion and some backing vocals. I actually sent them a little demo of the tune before we got there, which isn't kind of normal for this project, but I told them that it was about going out to sea, and I received a picture with loads of guitar pedals and a Moog, and they were saying they were making textures to make it sound like waves. That's an amazing thing about this project, is that I love being surprised. And I don't like to tell people what to do. I like to give them the freedom to go wild, and it's exactly what happened with this song. It's turned out nothing like what I expected. The first session that we had for the song was just me and Lee and Jules, and then Cassia overdubbed at a later date, and so that was a nice little cherry on top. Okay, so now I want to tell you a little bit about each person. We're going to start with Cassia Zerman. This woman is a super mum. Not only does she run the Rose Hill Tavern and looks after her children, she has a project called Bunty, which is her looping wonderland, and she's also for a long time been part of a group called the Resonators, which is a big dub group from Brighton. I remember meeting Cassia at festivals years ago, and she always had this energy about her where I just felt like I just really wanted to do something with her one day, so I'm really glad that we finally got to do it. Next up, I want to tell you about Lee Westwood. He's the one out of the group that I know the least, but I've been listening to for the longest. I remember about 10 years ago, some friends of mine from Canterbury, Jules Arthur, they told me about a project he was doing with Philip Barnes, and it totally blew me away. So it's a real honour to have had him as part of this project. As well as Ladoo Key, Lee is a prolific composer. He's done so much stuff for chamber or voice or orchestra, film, installation. He's part of an audio and composition production team in Brighton called Nimzo Studio. And he's also part of a group called Hidden Order, which explores geometry in music. So you should check out everything that he's got on his website. It's all gold. Okay, finally we're going to talk about Jules Arthur. This is the super dad. Him and Cassia not only run the Rose Hill together and the studio, he's also part of Nimzo Studio with Lee, composing for TV and film. And they have a record label and an events group called Beta Bet, which I had the pleasure of playing for in the past. And now he's also playing with the Moulettes, which are an excellent group. So you should check out everything that Jules has got going on too. Okay, so there we have it. Thank you so much for watching this video. There's going to be 4 more this week, and there's only 6 days left on the crowdfunder for Collaborations Volume 2 now. So if you want to help and you can give any small contribution or pre-order any of the perks, that would be massively appreciated. If not, then spreading the word is just as important. So if you want to check it out, go to this link. Thanks.